Now at 5, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan is trying to rally support for his bid for Speaker of the U.S. House. A vote is expected tomorrow afternoon. The House and the Republican Party are in disarray, and at a closed-door caucus vote Friday afternoon, Jordan was more than 50 votes short of the 217 needed to take the gavel. NBC4's Colleen Marshall joins us in studio now with details on opposition for Jordan. Colleen?
Jennifer, that vote is set for noon tomorrow, and Jordan seems determined to win over moderate House Republicans, some, though, who vow to never support him. Jordan's bid for the Speaker's chair is also shining a new light on claims from former Ohio State University wrestlers that Jordan failed to protect them from a sexual predator when Jordan was an assistant coach in the late 80s and early 90s. Hundreds of former student athletes are suing the university after OSU's own investigation revealed coaches, trainers, doctors, and administrators turned a blind eye to sexual abuse by former Dr. Richard Strauss. Now, former wrestlers say Jordan does not deserve to be House Speaker.
You know, having a leadership position means you have to step up and fight for those when you know what's right and what's wrong, and he's failed to do that for us. So it's hard for us to support him being a leader of an institution.
Attorney Rocky Ratliff represents more than 36 of the 230 plaintiffs now suing OSU in federal court. But Ratliff was also an OSU wrestler, sexually assaulted by Dr. Richard Strauss after Ratliff was recruited by Coach Jim Jordan.
And he's in a position that he's supposed to be truthful. He's supposed to be honest. He's supposed to be a leader. He's supposed to stand up for those in our society that have been wrong, which is all us. And we just have to be personal friends with him. And yet he won't help us.
When I caught up with Jordan back in 2020, he said this, that you were aware of sexual abuse. And one of the referees said he personally told you that.
Yeah.
Has any of that refreshed your memory about what was going on with Dr. Strauss while you were there?
Look, every single coach has said the same thing I've said. All kinds of athletes have said the same thing I've said. And the reason they've said that is because it's the truth. The idea that I wouldn't stand up for our athletes if I thought there was some kind of harm happening to them is ridiculous.
So instead of trying to help us or see how we're doing, Jim Jordan has tried to discredit the wrestling and the wrestlers in the lawsuit.
What does that say about the kind of leader he would be in Congress?
That's a problem because, a leader doesn't abandon people. A leader steps into the fight. He doesn't run away. A leader steps up for those who can't. And Jim Jordan has been in a position to help us, to help his former athletes, and he's chosen not to. And Colleen, I got to be honest, if there's no way Jim Jordan could help his former wrestlers or athletes, I don't know how anybody in Main Street America can expect him to come to their help or rescue.
The independent report commissioned by OSU concluded at least 22 coaches knew what Strauss was doing. In a statement to NBC4, Jordan continues to deny any knowledge of the sexual abuse.